Hello everyone, welcome to TOLCNR. Suprabhat, good morning friends. This is the last video of the 19 questions series. Tomorrow we will provide compilation of this series you can see before exam in 2x speed. So without wasting time, let's get started. In this video, we will see law of contract including specific relief, special contracts and negotiable instruments. Total 8 questions asked under this examinations. First question is which of the following is not a fraud as per the Indian Contract Act 1872? First option is a promise made without intention of performing it. Option B, an active concealment of fact by one having knowledge of the fact. Option C, mere silence if not duty bound to speak. Fourth option is any act or omission law specifically declares to be fraudulent. Option C is correct. Mere silence if not duty bound to speak is not a fraud as per the Indian Contract Act 1872, and a promise made without intention of performing it, and an active concealment of a fact by one having knowledge of the fact, and any act or omission law specifically declares to be fraudulent are a fraud as per the Indian Contract Act 1872. Next question is which of the following statement is correct if A, intending to deceive B, falsely represents that 500 mounds of indigo are made annually at A's factories and thereby induces B to buy the factories. Option A, contract is void ab initio. Option B, contract is voidable at the option of A. Option C, contract is voidable at the option of B. Option D, contract is voidable at the option of A and B. Option C is correct. Contract is voidable at the option of B, right? Next question is which of the following injunction can be granted only by the decree made at hearing and upon the merit of the suit? First option is temporary injunction. Second option is perpetual injunction. Third option is mandatory injunction. Fourth option is prohibitory injunction. Option B is correct. Perpetual injunction can be granted only by the decree made at hearing and upon the merit of the suit, right? Next question is a stipulation in a bond for payment of compound interest on failure to pay simple interest at the same rate was payable upon the principal is not a penalty within the meaning of which of the following provision the Indian Contract Act 1872? First option section 73, second option section 74, third option section 75 and fourth option is section 76. Option B is correct, section 74. Next question is what is the default interest payable under section 63A of the Transfer of Property Act 1882? Option A 6% per annum. Option B 8% per annum. Option C 9% per annum. Option D no default rate prescribed. Option C is correct. 9% per annum is the default interest payable under section 63A of the Transfer of Property Act 1882. Next question is which of the following is the time limit given under section 17 of the Transfer of Property Act 1882? First option is life of the transferee. Option B, a period of 18 years from the date of transfer. Option C, either A or B, whichever is longer. Option D, neither A nor B. Option B is correct. A period of 18 years from the date of transfer is the time limit given under section 17 of the Transfer of Property Act 1882. Right. Next question is which of the following is not a negotiable instrument as per the Negotiable Instrument Act 1881? First option is promissory note, second option is hundi, third option is bill of exchange, fourth option is check. Answer B is correct. Hundi. Option B is correct. Hundi. Hundi is not a negotiable instrument as per the Negotiable Instrument Act 1881. Whereas promissory note, bill of exchange, check are a negotiable instrument as per the Negotiable Instrument Act 1881, right? Next question is, in the light of Negotiable Instrument Act 1881, at what rate interest will be charged if the rate of interest is not mentioned on the negotiable instruments? First option is 6% per annum, second option 10% per annum, third option 18% per annum, fourth option is 20% per annum. Option C is correct, 18% per annum is not mentioned on under the negotiable instrument, right? Next question, term holder includes first option the payee, second option the wearer, third option is the endorsed, and fourth option is all of the above. Right option is D, all of the above. The term holder includes the payee, the wearer, and the endorsed. Next question is, effect of not negotiable crossing is mentioned under option first section 125, option second section 130, option third section 131, option 4 section 128. B option is correct. Section 130. Effect of not negotiable crossing is mentioned under section 130. Next question is, section 16 of negotiable instrument defines first option is restrictive endorsement, second option is conditional endorsement, third option is endorsement in full and endorsement in blank. Option D, all of the above. Option C is correct, endorsement in full and endorsement in blank. Section 16 of negotiable instrument defines endorsement in full and endorsement in blank, right? Next question is, the liability under section 138 of the Negotiable Instrument Act 1881 is first option is strict liability, second option is vicarious liability, and option C both A and B, and option D none of the above. Option A is correct, strict liability. The liability under section 138 of the Negotiable Instrument Act 1881 is strict liability, right? Next question is, the definition of contract is defined under section 2A of the Indian Contract Act. Option second, section 2H of the Indian Contract Act. Option C, section 2D of the Indian Contract Act. Option D, section 2G of the Indian Contract Act. Option B is correct, section 2H of the Indian Contract Act, right? Next question is, Peak versus Gurney is a famous case related to option A coercion, option B fraud, option C mistake of fact, option D mistake of law. Option B is correct, fraud. Peak versus Gurney is a famous case related to fraud. Next question is, contract without consideration made in writing and registered and made on account of natural love and affection is option A void, option B reasonable, option C valid, option D unenforceable. Option C is correct, valid. Contract without consideration made in writing and registered and made on account of natural love and affection is valid, right? Next question is, under the Transfer of Property Act 1882, first option is the salary of a public officer can be transferred. Option B, the salary of public officer cannot be transferred. Option C, public officer can be transferred. Option D, none of the above. Right option is B. Option B is correct. The salary of public officer cannot be transferred. Next question is, a suit under section 6 of Specific Relief Act can be brought by. First option is trespasser. Second option is a tenant holding over. Option C, servant. Option D, manager. Option B is correct. A tenant holding over. A suit under section 6 of the Specific Relief Act can be brought by a tenant holding over, right? Next question is, principles evolved in Hadley versus Baxendale are the basis of section dash dash of the Indian Contract Act. First option is 74, second option is 55, third option is 87 and fourth option is 73. Option D is correct, section 73. Principles evolved in Hadley versus Baxendale are the basis of section 73 of the Indian Contract Act 1872, right? Next question is, the doctrine of lis pendens was explained in the leading case of. First option is Bellamy versus Sabine, second option is Cooper versus Cooper, third option is Stratified versus Stratifield, fourth option is Tulk versus Moxby. Option A is correct, Bellamy versus Sabine. The doctrine of lis pendens was explained in the leading case of Bellamy versus Sabine, right? Next question is, doctrine of lis pendens is given under which section of the Transfer of Property Act? Option A, section 41. Option B, section 52. Option C, section 53. Option D, section 53A. Option B is correct, section 52. Doctrine of lis pendens is given under section 52 of the Transfer of Property Act, right? That's all for today, and I hope this series immensely helpful for your exams, and all the best guys. Just believe in yourselves and you all will do great. Bye bye. Thank you. Jai Hind.